Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Leo. We're in Oslo, Norway. This place is incredible. The second I stepped off the plane, it was like stepping into a postcard, you know what I mean? The air is so fresh, the people are so friendly, and the scenery is just off the charts. We're gonna hit the ground running, cause I got 10 amazing spots we gotta check out. History, nature, art, Oslo's got it all, so buckle up and let's go. First up, we're hitting Vigeland Sculpture Park, and let me tell you, this place is different. It's not your average park, right? We're talking over 200 sculptures, all made by one dude, Gustav Vigeland. This guy was a machine. And the sculptures, they're all over the place, these life-size and larger-than-life figures, men, women, children, all cast in bronze, granite, wrought iron. It's kind of like walking through a museum, but outdoors, and the sculptures, they're like frozen moments in time, capturing all these different human emotions. You got anger, joy, sadness, love, everything. It's kind of overwhelming in a good way, you know? You could spend hours here just wandering around, taking it all in. Alright, so next up we're at the Oslo Opera House, and this place is straight out of a Bond film. Seriously, the architecture is insane. It's like this giant white marble wave rising up out of the water. And the best part? You can walk on the roof. No joke. You can literally walk right up onto the roof and get these insane views of the city and the fjord. It's like being on top of the world. And inside, the Opera House is just as impressive. It's got this huge open feel to it, with all these glass walls and high ceilings. They even have a giant chandelier made out of, get this, over 5,000 pieces of hand-cut crystal. Talk about fancy, right? Okay guys, we're about to step back in time, way back, to the time of the Vikings at the Viking Ship Museum. This place is like a time capsule, seriously. It's filled with treasures from a bygone era, preserving the legacy of the Vikings. They've got these incredible Viking ships inside, and each one tells a story of adventure and exploration. These massive wooden ships are over 1,000 years old. Imagine the craftsmanship and dedication it took to build them. Can you believe that? 1,000 years old. It's like touching a piece of history. And they're not just any ships, these were warships built for raiding and conquering. They were the pride of the Viking fleet. These ships are huge. Standing next to them, you can almost feel the power and might they once held. You can't even imagine how they built these things without any modern tools. The ingenuity and skill of the Viking shipbuilders were truly remarkable. And inside the museum, they've got all these artifacts from the Viking Age, weapons, tools, jewelry, even clothes. Each item gives us a glimpse into the daily lives of the Vikings. It's like stepping into their world, you know? You can almost feel the presence of the ancient warriors and settlers. You can almost hear the clash of swords and the roar of the crowd. The museum does an incredible job of bringing history to life, making you feel like you're part of the Viking saga. Imagine these ships sailing across the open seas, the wind in their sails, and the Vikings on board, ready for their next adventure. It's a thrilling thought, isn't it? The attention to detail in their artifacts is astounding. From the intricate designs on their jewelry to the craftsmanship of their weapons, everything tells a story of a rich and vibrant culture. The museum also has reenactments of daily life in Viking times, giving you a sense of how they lived, worked, and thrived. It's a fascinating journey through time. And don't miss the Viking ship burial sites. These were not just graves but monuments to their leaders, filled with treasures to accompany them in the afterlife. It's a poignant reminder of their beliefs and traditions. Before you leave, make sure to visit the gift shop. They have some amazing replicas and souvenirs that let you take a piece of Viking history home with you. So if you're ever in Oslo, the Viking Ship Museum is a must-visit. It's a journey back in time that you won't forget. Trust me, it's an experience like no other. Alright guys, we're at Akershus Fortress, and this place has seen it all. I'm talking centuries of history right here. This fortress was built way back in the 13th century to protect Oslo from invaders. And it's huge. It's like a small city within a city, with all these walls and towers and gates. You can almost feel the weight of history here, you know, like you're walking in the footsteps of kings and soldiers. And the views from the fortress, wow. You can see the whole city of Oslo, the fjord, the islands, everything. It's breathtaking. They even have these cannons still pointing out over the water, just in case, I guess. Next up, we're at the National Gallery, and this place is an art lover's dream. I'm talking masterpieces from Norway and around the world, all under one roof. You got your classic paintings, your sculptures, your modern art, everything. But the main attraction here, the one everyone comes to see, is Edvard Munch's The Scream. You know the one, right? It's that painting of the guy with his hands on his face, screaming his head off. It's even more powerful in person, let me tell you. But there's so much more to see here than just the scream. They've got works by Monet, Picasso, Van Gogh, you name it. It's a crash course in art history all in one place. Alright guys, we're about to set sail on the Oslo Fjord, and this is where Oslo really shines. This fjord is one of the most picturesque places you can visit in Norway, and it's right here in the capital city. Imagine gliding over serene waters, surrounded by breathtaking landscapes. I'm talking about stunning natural beauty, right here in the heart of the city. Oslo seamlessly blends urban life with nature, offering a unique experience where you can enjoy the best of both worlds. The city's parks and green spaces are just the beginning. The fjord is like this giant saltwater lake surrounded by mountains and forests. These natural barriers create a tranquil environment, perfect for a relaxing day out. The lush greenery and towering peaks make for a stunning backdrop as you cruise along. And the water is so clear you can see right down to the bottom. It's almost like looking through glass. The clarity of the water is a testament to the pristine condition of the fjord, making it a haven for marine life and a joy for visitors. We're gonna hop on a ferry and do some island hopping. Each island offers something different, from secluded beaches to bustling harbors. It's a fantastic way to explore the diverse landscapes and communities that make up the Oslo Fjord. There are tons of islands out here, each with its own unique vibe. Some are perfect for a quiet retreat, while others are lively and full of activities. Whether you're looking for adventure or relaxation, there's an island for you. Some of them are car-free, so you can just rent a bike and explore. Imagine cycling through scenic trails with no traffic to worry about. It's a great way to immerse yourself in nature and get some exercise at the same time. Others have these cute little villages with restaurants and shops and cafes. These charming spots are perfect for a leisurely stroll, a delicious meal, or some souvenir shopping. The local culture and hospitality make each visit memorable. And the views from the ferry, wow. As you sail, you'll be treated to panoramic vistas that are simply breathtaking. The contrast between the natural beauty and the cityscape is truly something to behold. You can see the city skyline, the islands, the mountains, everything. It's a 360-degree view that captures the essence of Oslo. The fjord acts as a mirror, reflecting the sky and the surrounding landscapes, creating a magical atmosphere. It's like a scene out of a movie. Every moment feels cinematic, from the gentle waves lapping against the boat to the majestic mountains in the distance. This is Oslo Fjord, a place where nature and city life coexist in perfect harmony. Okay guys, we're at Holmenkollen Ski Jump, and this place is not for the faint of heart. I'm talking about a ski jump that's so steep it looks vertical. Seriously, these skiers are crazy. They come flying down this ramp at like 60 miles per hour, then they launch themselves into the air, and they're just soaring through the air, hundreds of feet above the ground. It's insane. But even if you're not a daredevil, Holmenkollen is still worth a visit. They have a ski museum here where you can learn all about the history of skiing in Norway. And the views from the top of the jump, wow! You can see the whole city of Oslo spread out below you. It's breathtaking. Next up, we're at the Royal Palace, and this place is fit for a king, literally. It's the official residence of the Norwegian royal family, and it's huge. It's got over 170 rooms, a giant ballroom, a private chapel, the works. Unfortunately, you can't go inside the palace itself, but you can walk around the grounds, which are equally impressive. They have these beautiful gardens with fountains and statues and flowers everywhere, and if you're lucky, you might even catch the changing of the guard ceremony, which is pretty cool. It's like stepping back in time, you know? All those soldiers in their traditional uniforms marching around with their rifles. It's quite a spectacle. Alright guys, we're at the Norwegian Folk Museum, and this place is like a time capsule of Norwegian history and culture. It's one of the largest open-air museums in Europe, and it offers a unique glimpse into the past. It's an open-air museum, which means all the buildings are real. They've just been moved here from all over Norway. Imagine walking through different eras as you stroll from one building to another. They've got over 150 historic buildings here, dating all the way back to the 16th century. Each building tells its own story. from the way it was constructed to the way it was used by the people who lived in it. You can walk through these old houses, farms, churches, even a stave church, which is this really cool type of wooden church that's unique to Norway. The intricate woodwork and design are truly something to behold. And inside the buildings, they've got all these artifacts and furniture from different periods of Norwegian history. Each piece has been carefully preserved to give you an authentic feel of the past. It's like stepping back in time, you know? The architecture, the interiors, everything is so well preserved that you can almost hear the whispers of history. You can really get a sense of what life was like for people back then. From the way they cooked their meals to how they decorated their homes, it's a fascinating journey through time. The museum also hosts various events and activities that bring history to life, making it an engaging experience for visitors of all ages. And last but not least, we're ending our Oslo adventure in Akerbrygge and Tjuvholmen. And these neighborhoods are where Oslo's cool kids hang out. I'm talking about trendy restaurants, chic boutiques, modern art galleries, all with a waterfront view. Akerbrygge used to be an old shipyard, but now it's been transformed into this super cool upscale neighborhood. And Tjuvholmen is like Akerbrygge's little sister, just across the canal. It's got a more artsy vibe with all the galleries and museums. You can easily spend a whole day here just wandering around, checking out the shops, grabbing a bite to eat, and soaking up the atmosphere. It's a great way to end your Oslo trip. And that's a wrap from Oslo. This city was even more than I expected. From the stunning scenery to the rich history and culture, Oslo's got it all. I hope this video inspires you guys to add Oslo to your travel bucket list. And if you do, be sure to hit up these 10 spots. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more travel adventures. See you in the next one.